our Rick Elmhorst spoke with candidate Alan Cohn about his campaign.
And joining me now in Political Connections is Alan Cohn, a former investigative reporter, now running for Congressional District 15. Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Cohn.
Well, thank you for having me.
There's a lot of candidates in this race on both sides. What made you decide to run again?
Well, we waited until the district lines were finalized, and then we did our research to look into what the chances were to be successful. And, you know, this is not your daddy's Florida 15. This district is one of very few, basically 50-50 seats in the country, a swing seat. And people know me. I mean, not just from the last campaign, but as you mentioned, I was an investigative reporter here in Tampa Bay for years. I anchored my own political connections type show. And people who live in this community have seen what I have done in terms of uncovering political corruption on both sides of the aisle. They've seen me go to war for veterans who were denied benefits, and they know that families and consumers that I have had their backs. And with so many people, Republicans and Democrats, incredibly cynical about whether government can do anything, I am the one candidate where people watching this right now have seen me get results for families in Hillsborough County, and that's why I'm going to win this race.
All right, so let's just assume that this district is a little more closer than the old 15. In order to go against a Republican, you've got to win the Democratic primary. What do you think separates you from the other Democrats that you see running?
Well, the fact that the people who live in this congressional district, the Democrats, Republicans, independents, have seen me for years speaking truth to power, going after folks who are doing wrong to people who live in this district, to veterans, to consumers, to people who are selling drugs to our children. And it's that which, what our campaign has seen has really resulted in voters thinking to themselves, this is what we want to see in Congress, because right now when we look at terms of what's going on in Washington, we don't see much action on anything. And I am the one person who has investigated complicated issues, asked tough questions, and got results.